to start with our combined Central and B Garza beginner class. And we're going to start with the first song called Rolling Along. Our next song that we're going to perform for you all is entitled Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Hopefully you'll enjoy this little country background that we'll have for you this evening. Next piece that we're going to perform for you all is called Mozart Melody. Hopefully you'll recognize this tune as soon as we start playing it. It's a very familiar song. All right, so if you didn't recognize that song, then I don't know where you've been. But no, it's basically Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or the ABC song, same one. The next song that we're going to perform, or actually the next couple of songs that we'll perform for you are going to be Christmas songs. This next one that we're going to do is called Good King Wenceslas, and it's going to feature the whole section, and then we're going to feature the violins. Those are the violins right there. And then we'll have the violas next. That's them right there. And then we'll have the cellos. And then last, we'll have the bassist standing over here in the back. And then we'll feature everybody one more time, and then we'll end the song. This one's not going to have any background, so we're going to feature every section. So thank you. Next piece is basically an Israeli folk tune, which is from Hanukkah. So it's called Dreidel. I hope you enjoy this performance. final performance, we cannot finish without doing the classic tune that everybody knows, entitled Jingle Bells. Welcome, parents, again to our annual winter concert. Next, we have the 7th and 8th grade combined orchestra groups from both B. Garza and Central today. And we are going to perform our first song called Holiday Festival. The next song that we're going to perform for you all is entitled Christmas Reflections. make sure I acknowledge our board members, our board of trustees. If they're in here, then please wave or stand up. Mr. Erasmo Lopez, President. Mr. Oscar Caballero, Vice President. Mr. Isidoro Nieto, Secretary. Mr. Andrew Gonzalez, Mr. Patrick Kennedy, Dr. Jaime Rodriguez, and Dr. Richard Rivera. If you're in here, thank you for coming. I also want to acknowledge the principals and the superintendent, Dr. Priscilla Canales, and Mrs. Munoz from Central, Mr. Garlick, and Mrs. Morales from Wesco High School. Thank you. Our next piece is called Chant de Noël. Before I go on to the last piece that we will perform for you tonight with the 7th and 8th graders, I want to recognize an individual, one of our students from B. Garza, who made the all-region orchestra this past October. He made 23rd chair out of 73 kids that auditioned on violin, and I'm very proud of him, and so please give him a clap, round of applause. Mr. Antonio de Anda, right there, stand up. He did an excellent job, and he's even helping us out with this next song on the bass, right? So he's going to switch right now from violin to bass. He plays piano, so he knows bass clef and treble clef, so it's really good that he knows all that stuff. Okay? Yeah, one more round of applause. Our last piece that we will play for you is, hopefully, if somebody times it, will take about a minute and a half, because the title of it is Christmas in a Minute and a Half. Thank you. applause. This first song that we're going to start, before we do that, I just want to make sure to remind you about all the cell phones being turned off again, and just making sure that we're following the proper etiquette for our performance tonight. Our kids have been doing a great job, awesome job. We have our high school kids right here, the Wesco High School. This is the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. I want everybody to give them a round of applause for that. Our first song that we're going to play for you all, since it snowed the other day, is entitled Let It Snow. The next piece that we're going to play for you is a little bit slower, that you mainly hear at church. You might have heard this one before. This one's entitled, O Come, Emmanuel. want to thank the band directors who have helped me today. Mr. Ivan Perez over there, he's right over there. Band director here at Central and for Westaco High. And we have our director of bands, Mr. Rodrigo Leal, also over there, helping us out. Thank you. And I also want to thank all the other band directors for their support as well. They couldn't make it today, but they're here in spirit. Our next song is entitled, it's another Hanukkah song. It's called Hanukkah Habanera. Thank you. We had feature soloists. We had two actually. First one was Isamar Martinez over here at the beginning. We also had Josh De Hoyos play his solo. Keep standing up, guys. I just want to recognize these two. These two made the all-region orchestra as well this past October. Isamar Martinez, she made 27th chair, and Joshua De Hoyos, 8th chair. Give them a round of applause. They did an outstanding job, so thank you, guys. Our last song for the night, we're going to conclude with a very fast-paced song that you might have heard. It's called Carol of the Bells.